Hello all, welcome to Diksha Classroom. Today we are going to discuss previous questions of higher education. So we all know that higher education is the one of the most important topic of UGC NTA NET examination, and the last year there were many questions from higher education topic. Today we can discuss some of the questions which was asked the last year examination. So we can move to the first question. The first question is the full form of NEET, NEAT, a recently launched scheme of MHRD, Government of India is. So the question is very simple. We have to understand the full form of NEET. What is the full form of NEET? It was launched by MHRD, Ministry of Human Resource and Development. So there are four options. First one, option A, National Engineering Aptitude Test, and the second one, National Educational Alliance for Technology, and option C, National Education Alliance for Testing, option D, National English Aptitude Test. Out of these four options, which one is the full form of NEET? So we can check the answer. What is the full form of NEET? So the answer is option B, National Educational Alliance for Technology. The full form of NEET is National Educational Alliance for Technology. We have to understand some of the essential feature of NEET scheme. The first one is the main purpose of NEET is developing a better outcome in higher education, and the other aims are providing better educational opportunities to youth and supporting backward students to come in front of educational system in India. These are the main aims of NEET scheme, which was launched by MHRD. And one more thing is, this NEET scheme was launched by MHRD in 2019. Okay, I think you have understood the concept, and we can move to the next question. The second question is, an inter-university center for yogic sciences has been set up by University Grants Commission in the states of. So we have to understand the question first. The question is very simple. In which state UGC set up an inter-university center for yogic science? There are four options. There are four states. First one, Karnataka. Second one, Madhya Pradesh. Third one, Uttarakhand. Fourth one, Himachal Pradesh. Out of these states, in which states the UGC has set up an inter-university center for yogic science? We can move to the answer. So the answer is Karnataka. In Karnataka, especially in the Bangalore University, the UGC has set up an inter-university center for yogic science in Bangalore University, which is located in Karnataka state. The main purpose of this inter-university center for yogic science is to promote yoga and to promote knowledge and the curriculum and the benefits of yoga in the fields of. The main purpose of this inter-university center for yogic sciences is to strengthen the knowledge about yoga and yogic science. They are promoting researches and other studies in the field of yoga and yogic science. And we can move to the next. The next question is, when did the United Nations Environmental Program UNEP and the International Program in Environmental Education IEEP come into existence? So the question is very simple. The two programs, first one is UNEP program and the other one is IEEP program. These programs when come into existence, there are 4 years. 4 years are given. First one 1972 and the second one 1975 and third one 1982 and fourth one 1992. Out of these 4 years, in which year the UNEP and IEEP come into existence? We can check the answer now. The answer is 1975. In the year of 1975, United Nations, especially UNESCO, has set up United Nations Environmental Program and International Program in Environmental Education. The main purpose of these programs are international exchange of ideas and information related to environmental education and promoting environmental education in member countries, and it also facilitates advisory services to the countries, those who need about the environmental, and it is also providing advisory services to member states in environmental education. Please note these points, it will be helpful to you. And we can move to the next question. According to the census of 2011, which state or union territory had the maximum number of graduates in relation to its population? So the question is very clear. Maximum number of graduates in relation to its population. According to census of 2011, in which state or union territory had the maximum number of graduates in relation to its population? There are 4 states. First one Uttar Pradesh, second one Kerala, then Daman Diu, and the last one Chandigarh. Out of these states or union territories, in which state or union territory the maximum number of graduates in relation to its population according to the census of 2011? So which state is the answer? We can check the answer. So the answer is Chandigarh. According to the census of 2011, Chandigarh is the state had the maximum number of graduates in relation to its population. So I hope you have understood this question and the answer, and we can move to the last question. Given below are two statements. In the last question, there are two statements. The statement 1 is a deemed to be university is a non-affiliating university. The statement 2 is the teacher-student ratio in a deemed to be university must not be less than 1:10. These are the two statements. In light of the above statements, choose the correct answer from the options given below. There are 4 options. First one is both statement 1 and statement 2 are true. Option B, both statement 1 and statement 2 are false. Option C, statement 1 is correct but statement 2 is false. Option D, statement 1 is incorrect but statement 2 is true. So which one is the answer? So first we have to check the statement 1. A deemed to be university is a non-affiliating university. Yes, it is the right statement. A deemed to be university is a non-affiliating university. That is right. And statement 2, the teacher-student ratio in a deemed to be university must not be less than 1:10. So the statement 2 is wrong because we know that the teacher-student ratio in a deemed to be university must not be less than 1:20. Not 1:10, it is 1:20. For 20 students, there should be one teacher. And when we analyze the features of deemed to be university, we can also understand that there should be 100 teachers and there should be 2000 students. And when we study about a deemed university, we have to understand few more things. First one is there should be at least 100 teacher and 2000 students, and out of these students 1/3 of the students should be pursuing post-graduation course and research. And the other feature is deemed to be university can fix the admission fees and the admission procedures, etc. Okay, today we have been discussing important questions of higher education, and the remaining questions will be discussing coming session. Thank you.